This is the BooksGoSocial blog, and I'm Angela Misri. Patrick McCusker is one of those authors that has more stories in his head than he can ever get on the page. His novel, Fear, is only the tip of the iceberg, and trust me, you're going to want to read everything this man writes.
Well, broadly, I suppose the synopsis of the story, it opens up with 7 bodies being found drifting on a boat in a river in China. Not only are these people dead, but every drop of water is missing from them, and the Chinese can't find any reason why. They bring in Americans, as nearly always the case. They bring in Americans, they too have a problem. Moving on, the story surfaces in America, in particular in Massachusetts, where a hospital in Boston is totally overrun by whatever this thing is, and it's not a virus, it's something totally new to science. And then eventually it runs from the hospital, it pours into the Charles River that runs right through the entire city. And of course that is the problem. How do you, first of all, discover what is the problem and how do you rectify it? And there's a young lady doctor, a Japanese American, and she wins the day essentially for everybody. And in this case, the story came about looking at an icicle. It was melting, and I caught a drop of water in the palm of my hand, and the idea comes to you, what if this drop of water were alive, and what if it were to sink through one's skin and then one would have a problem? The one thing a writer must not do, you must never insult the reader. By that I mean all stories raise questions. All of those questions must be answered before the whole thing in its completeness comes to a conclusion. And I hope I've done that in this thriller called Fear. At least I hope I have. Well, at the moment I have finished a book. It'll come out as an ebook in about 6 weeks' time. And this thing will be called The Extraordinary Temptation. The idea simply was, again, it's a what if. What if the true crown of thorns were found? And in close examination, a piece of mummified skin was found on one of the thorns. The scientist, after months of hesitation and great soul searching, decided to clone Christ from this piece of skin. Now, if you like, the horror part is what this scientist goes through during this period. But the back half of the book, as I say, brings, I hope, a cascade of joy on those who might read it. Because the world nowadays, we're pretty cynical and we need hope. And I would hope that the back half of this book gives something of that nature, some hope. The novel can take you 2-3 years to write. And when I say it's a marathon, most people who run the marathon will tell you at about mile 20, they hit the wall. In writing, it's the reverse. Around page 80, most writers, from having talked to many people, hit the wall. And a lot, I suspect there must be hundreds of thousands of 80-page potential novels being thrown into drawers because they weren't able to get by that wall in writing. But remember this, for heaven's sake, writers are no different than people who would aspire to be writers. The only difference is perseverance. I would leave you with that thought.
And that's another episode of the Books Go Social blog. I'm Angela Misri. Do me a favor, if you haven't done it by now, hit the subscribe button up here so you'll get every episode from now on. Thanks so much.